Vietnam, 1968. The rain had not stopped for days. It soaked everything, the soil, the trees, the tents, and even the bones of the soldiers. Private Jack Morrison, just 19, crouched in the muddy trench, clutching his M16. His helmet sat loosely on his head, dripping water down his neck. He was from Kansas, where the land was flat, the sky was wide, and danger didn't lurk behind every tree. Vietnam was a different world. The jungle whispered at night, and every rustle felt like death creeping closer. Jack had joined the U.S. Army with his older brother Mike. But now Mike was gone, killed in an ambush during a patrol. Jack had not even found his body, just blood-soaked earth and a torn piece of his brother's uniform. The platoon was camped near Khe Sanh, surrounded by thick jungle and enemy territory. The Viet Cong were ghosts in the trees, appearing, striking, vanishing. They were fighting for their homeland. Jack didn't even know why he was here anymore. Captain Rains walked past him, his face hard and hollow-eyed. "Morrison, you're up next for point tomorrow. Get some sleep if you can." "Sleep? In this hell?" Jack nodded but didn't move. He thought of home, his mother's kitchen, the smell of cornbread, the sound of the radio playing Johnny Cash. He missed his dog Max. He missed school, missed arguing with Mike, missed feeling safe. That night, as lightning flashed over the jungle, Jack wrote in his little notebook, "I don't know who the enemy is anymore. I don't know what I'm supposed to believe. I came here a boy. I think I'll leave as something else, if I leave at all." The next morning, dawn came with a yellow mist. Jack walked silently ahead of the squad, the point man in a line of 8 soldiers. His eyes darted through the trees, searching for wires, traps, snipers. Behind him, Corporal Diaz whispered, "Stay low. No hero stuff." Jack nodded. 2 hours in, they crossed a muddy river. That's when they heard it, a faint click. Jack froze. "A booby trap." "Trap!" he yelled, diving to the side. But it was too late. The explosion ripped through the quiet like thunder. Dirt flew. Screams followed. Jack's ears rang as he pulled himself up, his face smeared with blood. Corporal Diaz lay still. His leg was gone. Jack crawled to him, tying a tourniquet. "Stay with me, man. Don't you die on me." Diaz groaned, eyes wide with shock. They knew we were coming. From the jungle, the enemy opened fire. Bullets tore through leaves and bark. Jack dragged Diaz behind a fallen tree and returned fire. Sergeant Miller shouted, "Flank left. Cover fire." The firefight lasted an eternity, then silence. The Viet Cong had melted away, again. 3 soldiers were dead, 2 wounded. Jack sat in the mud, hands shaking. Later, as medevac helicopters lifted off, Jack looked up at the gray sky. 2 weeks later, Jack had stopped counting the days. Each one felt the same: march, fight, survive, repeat. He barely spoke anymore. One night he sat alone, watching the fire crackle. Sergeant Miller joined him. "You're holding up better than most," the sergeant said. Jack didn't answer. Miller pulled out a cigarette. "I've been here 2 years. You know what keeps me going?" "What?" "A letter from my kid. Says he's proud of me. Thinks I'm a hero." Jack looked into the fire. "What if we're not?" Miller sighed. "We fight because they told us to. History will decide the rest." That night, Jack dreamed of Mike again. But this time Mike was alive, and they were fishing by the lake in Kansas. Operation Rolling Thunder. The battalion received orders for a major offensive. Push deeper into enemy-held jungle, destroy supply lines, and clear villages suspected of harboring Viet Cong. Jack's squad was to secure a village on the edge of the jungle. When they arrived, the villagers looked terrified. Old women, children, farmers, everyone kept their heads low. The captain ordered a sweep of the huts. They found rice, tools, blankets, but no weapons. Then a soldier found a hidden tunnel entrance behind one of the huts. "Sir, over here." The tunnel was filled with ammo crates and maps. The captain radioed HQ. Confirmed VC cache. Proceeding to destroy. The soldiers rounded up the villagers. Some pleaded in Vietnamese, others just cried. Jack stood back, his rifle limp in his hands. He watched as flames engulfed the huts. Screams echoed in the air. One little boy threw a rock at a soldier. He was knocked down. Jack wanted to scream. He felt sick. "Is this what we're here to do?" he muttered. Miller walked past. Orders are orders. But Jack no longer believed in them. The final patrol. Jack had 1 week left before he was to be rotated out. His body was intact, but his spirit felt broken. On his final patrol, they were ambushed again. Gunfire from the trees. Screams. Smoke. Jack took cover behind a rock, shooting blindly. Suddenly, a grenade landed next to him. He dove too late. It exploded. Darkness swallowed him. Hospital, Saigon. He woke up in a white room. His left arm was gone. Pain hit him like a wave. A nurse said gently, "You're lucky to be alive." He wasn't sure he agreed. Back home, Kansas, 1970. Jack stood on his porch, looking over the fields. He had returned. The war was over for him, but it had never really left. He had nightmares. Loud noises made him flinch. The ghost of his brother Mike walked with him every day. But he was trying. He spoke at schools. Told students the truth, not the Hollywood version. The real one. About fear, confusion, survival. About the price of war. One evening, he visited Mike's grave. He sat down, placed a Kansas flag beside the tombstone, and whispered, "I came back, Mike. But I left a part of me there." The wind rustled the grass. In the distance, thunder rolled, like the jungle calling again. Story summary description. The Fire in the Jungle is a powerful fictional story set during the Vietnam War, focusing on a young American soldier named Jack Morrison. The story explores the emotional trauma, moral ambiguity, and brutal reality of war. As Jack faces ambushes, the death of comrades, and a changing perception of right and wrong, he transforms from a patriotic teenager to a haunted survivor. This 1,500-word tale blends personal struggle with historical context, giving a human face to the Vietnam conflict from the perspective of a U.S. soldier.